UFC 308, Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway for the main event, and Robert Whittaker versus Hamza Chimaev for the co-main event. It's going to be an amazing evening or daytime, depending on where you are. For the co-main event, I've been going back and forth for my prediction. At first, I was leaning towards Robert Whittaker, but my final prediction is that Hamza Chimaev is going to win. I was going for Robert because he seems better prepared than ever. He looked fantastic in his last fight. He was fighting someone that had a few knockouts in the UFC and only had one loss in his record to Hamza Chimaev. And Robert made him look slow and knocked him the frick out. And not only that, Robert Whittaker is used to playing video games like Elden Ring, so I know he's good at game planning against difficult bosses, difficult opponents. And he's going to have that background knowledge on how to prepare for a difficult adversary, and I thought that would be useful in his fights as well. He can bring that to his fights. But I guess I changed towards Hamzat because, I mean, it's like that saying, Yao must have forgot. Ironic because that's Roy Jones' Robert Whittaker's entrance song, but who has Hamza lost to? No one. It's true, he hasn't fought as someone. Well, we can't say he hasn't fought as someone as good as Robert Whittaker because Kamaru Usman was at a similar level. But he controlled Usman in the first round, and apparently Hamza was kind of sick in that fight, and I don't think he's lying. So I think we'll see the best Hamza ever. And just because Hamza's got grappling and KO power, he knocked out Gerard Meerschaert. He didn't knock out Gilbert Burns, so that is a question. But I know he can do everything, but can do the wrestling better than Robert Whittaker. But even if Robert is able to neutralize it, it's not like he doesn't have hands. And here's another thing. If Robert Whittaker wins by a little bit over the 5 rounds, the judges are most likely going to give it to Hamza. Even if Robert Whittaker wins by quite a bit, by quite a lot, the judges, there's a good chance they'll give it to Hamza. So, gotta go with Hamza. Hamza seems to have like a more serene inner peace to him than he used to have in the past. In the past, he had this more menacing, evil, villainous air and grin to him, and now not so much. I don't know what changed. But in terms of his work ethic, it seems to be as there as ever. So I'm going to go for Hamza. But Robert could get it done, obviously. For Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway, I'm more confident about this fight than Hamza versus Robert Whittaker. I'm going to go for Ilia Topuria. Can Max Holloway get it done? I mean, if I was to imagine a way Max Holloway can get it done, it would be him piecing Topuria on the feet and his takedown defense being on point and being able to like neutralize any of Ilia Topuria's takedowns. But first of all, I think in the boxing, it's well known, it's out there that Ilia Topuria has knockout power. But not only that, his technique is sublime. So I would lean towards Topuria having the advantage in the boxing as well. But even if he does get pieced on the feet, I'd have to give it to Ilia to be able to come up, to make an adjustment and change his game plan and be able to find a way to get a win, whether it's by takedown or trying something else. I think he has a tenacious enough spirit that he'll come up with something. He'll pull something from the bag and get the win somehow. It's not like someone like Josh Emmett. It's not like having Josh Emmett as an opponent or Dricus du Plessis, someone who's just way stronger than him. If Max Holloway is getting his way, it's not like Ilia Topuria is going to get knocked out. He's going to be like, oh shit, I'm losing this. I've got to come up with something. And he has the tools, I think, to come up with something from out of the bag, to pull something from his bag. And so Max Holloway piecing up Topuria is possible, but I don't think it's going to happen. Another way I can see Max winning is like if Ilia goes for a takedown and then he gets injured, like in a grappling or wrestling exchange, or if and then Topuria has to fight compromise for the rest of the fight. Maybe Max can win that way, or Max Holloway can land like a flying kick like he did for Justin Gaethje. But even if that happens, I think Ilia Topuria can recover just like he did with the Jai Herbert fight. But who knows? Maybe after Max Holloway throws a flying kick, he'll throw many more combos very quickly and he'll get it done. So it is a possibility that Max can win. These are the ways I can see Max winning. But the favorite to me is Topuria. Got the KO power, got the boxing technique to hunt Max Holloway down, whether it takes 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds. He's got the takedown and wrestling to take Max Holloway down if he's having trouble on the feet. I don't think he will have too much trouble, but it's possible. And if he does, we haven't seen Max against a wrestler of Ilia Topuria's caliber. And just how confidently Ilia Topuria speaks, the abilities he's displayed in the past, got to go with Ilia Topuria. But I do hope it's a knockout and not a decision, or I do hope it's a finish, because that would be way more exciting. And I am leaning towards a finish by Ilia Topuria. Could go decision, but I'm leaning towards a finish. Like and subscribe.